Alrighty, and welcome back, YouTube. We continue here with MSQ. We are going to meet with Sir Emmerich. We have been expecting you, sir. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others. Proceed to the door. That's not the door. I need to find it. The room? We'll call it the room.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
They are tall, tall, tall.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
They make Alphinaud look like a child, which he is.
I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphinaud Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the Primal Menace. The Beast Tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Forton has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
He's got a cool earring.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this? The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord. What? By the Fury? All our precautions were for naught?
Just when we were starting to make progress, and to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Horshaphon and find out what he has learned. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Balder Downs. It was an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. It would be an impossible feat without knowledge of the road. Knowledge, oh, it's her talking. Knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Horshaphon said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Semesk. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Alright, quite a ways to fly, so I'll see you guys in a sec. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Lord Horshaphon bid you speak with us. Then you must be... Beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it. Though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared. Probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. You've come to ask about the attack, have you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek. And then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead, and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't... they'd have killed me so I just lay still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Shiva. Welcome back, old friend. Dear, Alphinaud's looking this way. I do not think he likes being ignored. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the whatever that is, Master Alphinaud? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saint of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no. All makes sense now. Lord Horshaphant, what was the caravan's cargo? If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva, as a beast tribe would be a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once, Lord Horshaphant. You would agree that discretion is of a paramount concern. Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphinaud. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss for this world. What? Do not miss for the world? What? I went too fast. The persistent attacks on our caravan seemed little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Minfili of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, pray join me in Whitebrim Front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Dromont should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there then. Good. To the west we go. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn wish to join in the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I have just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all ears, Lord Dromont. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, that selfsame frozen wall which would be speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions are all but confirm our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whitebrim Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. And so it begins, my friend, though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration. Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. Though may it be subtler means which we can locate the heretic's lair, mayhap Lord Drillmont has one in mind. He's right there, ask him. Yes. Yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak and it shall be done. Oh, that's just a regular green quest. It seems as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the selfsame result. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Guillaume. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as he asked the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive covert evaluation of everyone in Whitebrim Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Jean-Tremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere. Simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. Oh, this is very close. The suspected heretic leaves through the southwest gate, and we shall follow. The suspected heretic follows the road east. Suspected heretic heads south. Lost sight of him. Hey, hey, where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... bloody echo. Lower your voice or they'll hear us in Whiteburn front. Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are... in Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me? We already knew about... Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels. Dead before they know what's happening. Nevertheless, if you wish time, again, is that clear? And now we head back. Did you hear your investigation? Did your investigation bear fruit? I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet, the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation, and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are their key to the plan, which means it is key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. Contingent of House Durande Knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with the search. I know that they would take courage from the presence of so storied a warrior. Roll's eyes. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Halone is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy. The lives of our allies are at stake. We gotta go all the way south. So I will see you guys in literally a second. Fallen Heretics effects. And we are going to fly back to Lord Dromont. See you in just a moment. My knights sent no word of you coming, MSQ. What has happened? What is that in your hand? Battle parchment. Discovered on the body of a slain heretic, this yellowing document is covered in a complex code of seemingly random letters and numbers. The fury. Those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered and... No. No, we not have the men to spare. Not now. Not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient numbers to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others. And I'll wager that they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the trader you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you covered is a timetable of the guardsmen's watches at our outpost in Snowcloak. The trader was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Durande must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. We can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. The time is of the essence. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloak unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them not if they are cut down ere the swords are drawn. But all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may still be in time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Emmerich everything we have discovered. And we'll see you in a moment. Ebesk, this is a welcome surprise. Perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden. You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspected the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. Has Commander Laviere been informed? The Braves must be made aware. It must be here. I'm certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? 'Tis but a pity that discovery comes when our enemy has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we be, the heretics know the terrain far better than we. I dare not think how many that are watching us at this very moment. Confound it. This is all wrong. Iceheart has us scrambling to save our own skins when we should rightly be straining every sinew to find her and stop this damnable summoning. There she is! Come here, girl. That's my girl. That's my baby girl right there. Eat up! That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Only my pride, Ida. There will be others nearby. We must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome. Commander Louvier! There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrances to some half-dozen tunnels after spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that is not all, sir. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha! But just as I suspected, amongst this warren of tunnels lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Summon the others, we're going in. A moment, Alphinaud. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot say with any certainty where it leads, much less what is waiting for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if we were to converge on this point after we entered the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers would be a more hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. A change of plans. While we rendezvous with Sir Emmerich and keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever that tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown, so see that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many, or Papalymo will sulk. The entrance to the tunnel, sir. It's just over here. Had we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would never have noticed it. Per Sir Emmerich's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even should you encounter significant resistance, we cannot leave our post. And since I have to tank this, this shouldn't take long to queue, but if it does, I will see you guys as soon as it's ready. All right, queue pop. That took about 5-ish minutes. Not too bad, not terrible. These DPS. Damn, this is... It's different now knowing why we're here. So I actually love Snowcloak. I love the music. I love the feel. Sorry, I might go quiet because I'm like, it's been a while since I've tanked a dungeon. At least on MSQ. I think I'm going the right way. Now it makes sense why there's like structures here and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, to remember that I can heal with my number 4. Yes, Storm's Path. And the music's so like calming too. I need to find a way to like fill the spaces here. Wandil. Very cool looking boss. It reminds me of ESO when you would get into the frozen area. So, are they able to control everything in here? You would think if this is like their base and stuff, they could. I wonder if there's like journals or something that you can read. Maybe gives more information. I'm gonna save my mitigation for next group outside of this. Sorry, I've been so focused. Forgot I was recording. I've been so focused. Jeez. Whoops. Sorry. There has to be something like where they have maybe not necessarily control over these enemies here, but like know how to navigate, right? They probably know how to like navigate the tunnels and stuff so they don't aggravate these things. What is this? Oh, home gang. That needs to go there. Massive Yeti. Is there 5 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. I don't think I can put this on. No, that's just me. I can't like give shields to somebody else, not right now at least. Can do reprisal. That helps everybody. Does this increase my gauge? Okay, so my AoE doesn't increase my gauge. Good to know. Good to know. I wish it did. Oh, these are like the secret tunnels too. Yeah, that's a lot. I think I grabbed them all. For that one. Snow clops. Snow clops. Even when I'm not taking, when I'm DPS, I don't really stop to look at the enemy design sometimes, so. Nice. This was a smooth run, to be honest. I'm thankful that nobody was like trying to move ahead of me or anything. I get annoyed when I'm a tank and people are pulling ahead of me. Fenrir? Question mark? I think. Yeah, Fenrir. Thanks for waiting, gal. We could have done reprisal right there. I'll save it. Don't really need to. I have a scholar with me, so their fairy's healing me pretty good. I'll go ahead and do reprisal there. Oh, it wasn't an AoE. I mean, it was area of effect, but not in the sense that I was thinking. Alright, this is gonna have one icicle churn, not purple. It's the wrong one, Vivica. She died. Just gonna home game it. So it makes sure that you don't go below 1. Okay. Thought it was like a shield. It was not. Well, it's the best I could have done. Nice. We're almost there. I think somebody just sacrificed themselves. Oh, I can't carry any more poetics. Oh, I should have calmed the healer. Whoops. I'm just trying to zoom for MSQ.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light. Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart.
Izel. Nice name.
This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not.
He is
I will
tall.
bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Heidelin.
Even said Heidelin. She was like, oh, her Heidelin, huh? Put the sword away. Axe, whatever. Okay, she can teleport with the ether. Got it. That took longer than I expected. What news? Hit my tongue. That's what. So Iceheart is but a pseudonym. Not that it matters. That she managed to escape is regrettable, but from your description of that beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Mayhap they will even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? The Crystal Braves would certainly share the credit for it, too. 12 be praised, Damask. We may yet turn this situation to our advantage. Assuming we stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Needless to say, fellow Scions have not been idle. Minfilia and Urianger have been busy perusing the archives of House Fortin, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you were intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The antecedent should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cold. Antecedent, you come to us straight from the archives of House Fortin. Fortin. I trust your time there proved fruitful. I'm just going to say 4 times. Would that it had, Urianger and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Fortemps. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to the endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Emmerich might take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that a tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, Sir Emmerich. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Halone that your ancestors came to this land? Why, they took up arms against the Dravanians. What would they have done in your position, I wonder? These are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will. That unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. It was a different time, nay, a different era, and scripture tells us only so much. Would that it told us more. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiation table, but to be sure, less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mogulmog XII, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mogulsguard. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia. They have both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetheryte Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetheryte, somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second Aetheryte, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route, most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlian may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. While Minfilia looks into our Aetheryte problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Carthus is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for the leader's whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you, in case you are not aware. Good. I knew you would understand. You, Hase, can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the Oh man, I'm trying to blow past through this. Come and find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. Alright, and so to the observatorium we go next time.